Hey, you right guys, Trev Munches Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 5 of You Season 2, 3? Season 3? Don't know what's that season 2, but episode 5 of Season 3. Yeah, last episode obviously it ended where he started to get the little bit of an obsession going with the librarian, which we all saw coming. I mean, she shows him any sort of interest and he's going to latch on, of course, because that's just the way he goes. So I'm assuming this episode now is going to be him kind of trying to bond with her or stalking her in some way, which, as I said last episode, I'm a little bit worried about just because I don't want it to start feeling like the same thing over and over again. Like, I think You Season 2, and I can't say about this season just so far, but I feel like it always has a great payoff at the end, but then the build-up is like you're kind of having the same thing, like at least with Season 2 it kind of was. And then obviously the payoff was like love was actually psycho as well, and then, you know, things were kicking off with the brother and stuff, so... but I hope this isn't the same thing where it's like we just kind of have the same thing and then like the last 2 episodes are really good or something, because then I'm just like, this seasons of this show is going to just be 6 episodes. And I think so far I'm like, I've got to wait till I finished it obviously, but I'm seeing like, did this really need to be 10 episodes long? I don't know, but we shall find out, of course. So episode 5, guys, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe, and if you do want the early, and they actually do have early and uncut reactions to you, then the link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below, where they should be a couple of episodes ahead, so like on episode 7 at least by the time this one's on YouTube, and that'll be alongside my Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow me on either of those. But for now, episode 5, let's do this.
I guess you could say we're just a normal, boring suburban family. Ooh.
She said boring, not me.
Everything's fine.
Sure, little bit of a yawn.
It's been 6 months.
6 months? Since
and
when?
we don't know how to say this.
Come on, love, spit it out.
Do we need to keep coming?
My love of our glorious foyer is genuine.
You tell him.
How's your sex life been?
It's really
It's great.
good. It's great. I should have said great. It's great.
Okay.
I remember when we used to say, I wolf you.
There's no way they like did that and didn't cringe. Like everyone in the room.
You do seem happy. Why do I still feel so on the outside?
I think it's interesting they've done like a bit of a time skip and we're seeing him fall back into that kind of mundane lifestyle.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Really.
Yeah. Joe, I like it when you appreciate me.
You want to be friends with people who can surprise you.
Well, I mean, I moved when I was
Can't be
young.
friends with her though, can you, mate? Because we know what will happen.
So scared to be seen.
God. Here he goes with his inner monologues about it.
Marion, you have to submit this.
No. No. That's no, he's dreaming. He's doing his little what if thing. There's no way that
No. Put the bracelet down.
Oh
Are you okay?
No, she's gonna start trying to want to help him. Help the problem child.
He's a kid. Kids are weird. Cut him some slack, okay?
I feel like Joe's gonna kill him.
Is there something else you're not telling me?
You kissed him. Well, I guess he kissed her and she pulled away.
Okay, he kissed me.
Yeah.
He kissed you.
Yeah, it was before he left for school.
You made me feel like there's something wrong with me and I've done everything you asked when you've been lying to me this whole
dear.
time.
Yeah, he's punched a wall. We got a Kyle over here.
You know, you can go on ahead without me if you.
Nah, no man left behind. It's like getting the altitude shits together.
Why is male small talk so terrible?
I just didn't feel like a man. I was angry all the time. I came here broken.
It'd be like that episode season 2 where he had that like meditation and he like here he is.
To the promised
Looks
land.
like he's about to go like
You
on
really
a
went all
spec ops mission or something.
I got here hours ago.
Of course you did.
Started off as a hike, then it just ended as a run. Let's go. Faith over fear. Time to check out so we can check in.
This guy's kind of funny. Like, I don't know.
One time, I got caught in a lanch split boarding at Hope. In the snow 2 hours before they rescued me. Most suffocate in 5 minutes. If I can survive that, pretty sure you can survive this.
People like this exist. I mean, if he's happy.
You could have told me you were struggling.
No, I couldn't, because you drew a line. No more emails, only Ubers.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's-
I am worried about you.
Are you?
Mate, you don't know what you're walking into.
Sherry Conrad.
We have more in common than you think.
Right. Yeah, you're both human women.
Yeah, fair enough. If that's the one thing I have in common.
I learned this mating call outside of Cartagena. 3 minutes later, a doe popped out of the brush, started nuzzling my cock.
Right, that happened. What the fuck is this guy?
Yes! Come on, let's go, Goldberg! I'm gonna get you dirty tonight, boy!
Shit.
Ah, shit.
Huh? How does it make you feel?
Appropriative.
You know, you've been
You're on
disconnected for so long
shrooms.
that your manhood is literally... I'm not letting you leave my side.
Was he gonna call his... Yo, I thought he was gonna do like a blood oath or something.
Hey, I didn't give you permission to stop. Beast, don't stop! I need him. There are no timeouts in life, Joe. On your feet. Jesus Christ, does your penis have mounds on it, you fucking pussy?
No. I am not that guy as much as Carrie deserves.
Yo, imagine if he kills him in the woods and starts eating him.
Take it.
No.
How about we don't kill that?
Take the fucking squirrel. It's about being a man, Joe!
By crushing a squirrel's skull.
You fight it out.
Okay.
Come on, Joe. Fucking hit me!
Jeez. Oh, mad. Yo, we just launched him off a cliff. Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's... Oh, he'll be missed. He was kind of funny. Up until he killed the squirrel. That was a bit much.
We don't know that. He might not be.
Oh, maybe he won't be dead then. Or maybe all this didn't happen.
What are you doing, Goldberg?
No, he's alive.
I'm impossible to kill.
I don't know, I think he wanted to. Yo, did he just pop his shoulder? Is this guy real?
Goldberg is a fucking animal. You are one fine specimen of a man, Joe.
Oh, he actually cried. There you go.
Let it out. Good man. That's it. You got this.
Fitting in is not always the worst. Yes, they're silly. Yes, what happens out here is fucking nuts.
Fair
All
enough.
I know, I feel like me again.
Hey, maybe he's gonna make friends with all these guys who go and snap squirrels' necks.
Charge on the hill.
It's not really a hill, is it though? Have you been on a hill? Right, how...
I can't stop thinking about you.
What? He's got his neighborhood crush.
How I can focus when all I want is you.
You shut up.
Did she say ooh? Now this time I've said ooh.
I mean, what's your end game?
Endgame's Archie and Veronica. We're Endgame, Archie! I think we all know where this story ends. No? Yo, he's just left. Never again.
I trust you.
Wow, that was some weekend you had.
Really was.
Yeah, he had an episode like that last season as well. This one was a bit more intense. The other one was just like a massage, but it kind of was like a head thing. You know which episode I mean. It's like episode 5 or 6.
Gary actually taught me an important lesson. Love, I can't completely cage what's inside of me, or when it bursts out, it comes for blood. Better to feed it just enough to keep it in check. Keep it on a leash. Make sure it knows the rules. No
His inner
keepsakes.
demon.
Are you okay?
It's kind of like, I know we've said this a billion times, but it's the same when Dexter tried to like stop doing what he was doing, but then, you know, realised he couldn't.
It's watching you that I have in a long, long time, Marianne. But you can trust me with this secret, love. But I'm up for the challenge. You won't find out. You can't. I'll be careful, so careful. Things will be different this time.
Yep, I'm sure they will. I hope so. I feel like we just kind of ended where we started with this episode. Like, the last episode ended with him like, oh, ooh, hello. And then he's, you know, going back to stalking her. And I'm not saying that's all that happened in this episode. I think we had a journey with his character in terms of, like, realising that he has to keep that version of him in check. And he's, like I said, going to let it out from time to time, but no keepsakes, like, have rules in place, like, because he had all those rules when he was away with all those guys and stuff, so, you know, his mindset with it is different, but the stuff he's doing is exactly the same, so, I enjoyed this episode. I think this was one of the better ones of this season. I still wouldn't say it was quite great or anything like that. I don't think we've had a truly, like, fantastic episode yet. But I think this was a really entertaining one. Like, having Love and Joe kind of have their two separate storylines in this episode, with Love obviously bonding more with Theo. Theo, I don't love Theo, but I do think he's a good character to have in the show. I mean, we don't know much about him. I don't think he's that interesting. Like, I look at season 2 and 40, for example, Love's brother. I didn't love him, but I think he was a really, really good character to have in the show. And, like, you know, him connecting with Joe and all his personal problems going on and how he was with the family, and you know, there was more to the side characters in that season, whereas here we have, like, Theo is decent and I'd say the librarian's okay. Carrie was funny. I'll give the actor who played Carrie did it very well, like this kind of macho man, like running around the woods trying to hunt his own food and shit like that. That stuff was all very entertaining, and I'm kind of glad he didn't die just because he's entertaining to watch him, but you know, minus the squirrel part. I think we could have done without that, and at least it was CGI, but you know, I think we could all tell it was CGI. So yeah, all the stuff going on in the woods I thought was entertaining. It kind of gave me the same vibe as when he went through that process in season 2, just a bit different, and it came to the conclusion that he's, you know, going to be doing the same things but doing them differently, and he's picked up on kind of what's going on with Theo a little bit. I don't know, I feel like it's so obvious if Theo dies. If Joe kills Theo, or if Love maybe kills Theo, Love would be a bit more surprising. But if Theo dies at the end of the season, I think that is, like, so predictable. Like, we can all see that coming. I saw it coming from, like, episode 3 or 2. I was like, oh, well, he's going to die, kind of thing. So if it goes down that road, I'm not going to be surprised at all. We'll see what happens. But I think this was an entertaining episode for sure. Again, wasn't blown away by it, but I think it had some funny moments. And, you know, I'm glad that Joe and Love kind of had their own separate stories with this one. And the start of it, kind of him getting back into the mundane lifestyle, like, times passed. So the story that kind of happened in the first half of the season, like, not that it didn't matter, but it seems to, like, have just gone on. Like, no one's really questioning it. Maybe it'll get brought back up later in the season. We shall see. But rating for this one, I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10. I think it was a very good episode, and we are halfway through the season now. So, like I say, I expect episodes 9 and 10 to probably be fantastic, but I'm curious what's going to happen for 6, 7, and 8. Like, if we can get a great episode in 6, 7, and 8, that would be ideal, because I'm just going to have that mindset by the end of it. Otherwise, like, this could have just been 6 or 8 episodes, but I'm feeling like that at the moment. I'm going to see how I feel, obviously, at the end of the season, and we'll talk about it more then. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And of course, if you want the early and uncut reactions to You Season 3, then link to the Patreon page will be in the description, and one of the comments down below where they should be on around episode 7 by the time this one's on YouTube. They might even be further than that. And that'll be alongside my Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow me on either of those. And I'll see you next time for episode 6. Until then, take care. Peace.